Hey guys, so today we are going to be filling ink cartridges I have an Epson 7720. I just got it, so this is going to be the very first time I'm ever filling a cartridge. I'm using ColourPop ink. You can look below for the link. They came the most highly recommended amongst all the Sublimation ink that I researched. I don't know how good the quality is yet because I am just filling these right now for the first time, but I will definitely let you know. And so I watched, I believe it was I want to call it Nobody's Business. I'll also link below the YouTube video that I watched to teach me how to do this. So it didn't come with any instructions in the box, but I believe that Nobody's Business is ColourPop. I think that they're one and the same. So you can become a part of their group on Facebook and watch the videos of how to do it. So a trick that they said was you can take this face off. It has 4 little prongs. And you don't have to do that, but as a newbie, it's recommended because you can see inside of here. So the way that he described it is you want to get the ink into here, doing something I believe is called purging. So I'm not going to pretend to know. Definitely watch the video that I post below for more of an exact or appropriate explanation, but this is just going to be my try. So, a huge thing, which is the reason why I'm making this video. When I got the cartridge, there's an air plug right here, and there's a color plug right here. But when I got the cartridge, they were switched. And you always want the color plug to be closest to the chip. So when you get it, if the color plug is on the bottom, you can take the air plug and the color plug out and switch them. I had no idea, so in the magenta one, I accidentally filled the air cartridge, and when I went back in the group, I saw that they said you can just tap it out and try to switch it. But I slightly panicked for a few moments, and now I'm nervous that it might not work, but I won't know until I try, so I'll let you know. So this comes with a 10 milliliter for the ink. It comes with 4 different ones, 1 for each color, and the syringe is separate for safety when traveling. Just gonna attach those. And a fun fact, apparently, you can put this all the way down, so you can get the ink all the way to the very bottom. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want it to be messy, but so you put it in and you pull up some ink. They said pull up as much as you can, so I pulled up a good amount. The ink is drippy because it's obviously liquid, so just be careful. They said if you make a mess, you can clean up with alcohol wipes. So then you're gonna go into where that hole is, and let me turn it this way so you can see. And you're gonna go right in here, and you're gonna fill it up. We're gonna start. And he said to fill it up, it doesn't really matter the amount, but you don't wanna get the next syringe or the next plunge wet with ink. So he said as long as you stop underneath this little circle, you should be good. So then what you do is you take this one, which is 20 milliliters, but it's just gonna be like the suction, and you push it in that hole. And he said you don't have to be super delicate with it, so I haven't been, so it seems like it's fine, like it's holding this. And then you're just gonna pull it up to create the suction. It definitely fights you. Yeah. And the people who run this ColourPop group, okay, and then you're gonna push it down, back down. It's kind of just gonna take itself. And as it goes back down, the little chamber is gonna fill up with ink, which is exactly what you want. So as you can see now, that little hole is all filled up with ink. Yeah, the people who run ColourPop, they're super helpful. And that can be really frustrating when you're new with something. Like, I'm gonna be sublimating for the first time once I get this printer set up. And oftentimes you can kind of like leave newer people like in the dust. And I don't feel that way at all with them. I feel like people are always available to answer questions. It shipped, it's the middle of the coronavirus right now, if you're watching this and the coronavirus is over. And like, Amazon can't even get packages to me here quickly. And I don't know, ColourPop found me no problem. So yeah, super fast shipment. Sometimes they were sold out, but that kind of just goes to show what kind of community they're building. So definitely check them out. I've heard they've got the most vibrant colors and really good people. I like to support people who will help out the people. And then when you're filling it, they said you want to leave a little, they said don't waste ink. Ink is precious, so squeeze all the ink back in. And you just want to leave a little tiny gap at the top. So I just left a little gap. And then this is blue. Blue and black don't look similar. Like you can tell, black looks more purpley, blue looks more pinky, so you can definitely tell the difference. Yeah, and then you put the little plug in, back in. I said if you have any bubbles, you can just let it sit like that on the table. Yeah, you put the plug back in, and then you remove this one before you put it in. And you should be good to go. So I'm gonna hope that everything works out fine. Oh, and then you have to make sure you re-put the door back on. It just has 4 little holes that pops back into. And then supposedly we should be ready to go. So I'll let you guys know in the next video how it went.